So when I turned on my TV today, I thought the national media was going to finally give some credit to the Philadelphia 76ers for blowing out the team like the Brooklyn Nets did to the Boston Celtics. And all I heard all day was about popcorn. Really though? What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today, we'll be talking about a couple things. One being the stupid popcorn thing. I do not condone it. We'll talk about that. But I also want to talk about Ben Simmons coming out and having a dominant game. I always talk about him playing basketball on the offensive side with context, feeling out the game and exploiting your matchups. And that's exactly what he did. I don't care that he got over 20. It's just how he did it. I stopped looking at the box score and I saw what he was doing on the court with my eyes. It's called the eye test. But before we get into all that and the sweep coming, I got to let y'all know to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video or a live stream. Lastly, hit the like button. It goes a long way for the channel. With all that out the way, let's get into today's topic. And let's just start by reminding everybody that the Sixers blew out the Wizards 120-95. Yes, Brooklyn Nets blow out a team. Everybody's like, you see, they're handling business like they should. Now the Sixers blow out a team, and it's like, well, duh, they should have. They lost. They won the first one by a little bit. They don't want to remind you that we were off 10 days, and the Sixers have trouble when they get that much rest. It's just what we do. That's what Doc Rivers' teams does, but I like what Doc Rivers did in Game 2. Scott Brooks changes it up, throws the double team to Joel Embiid early, and Doc Rivers came out with a game plan. Ben Simmons knew before the game he was going to have this type of offensive game. I'm not talking about the little fadeaway shot, but we'll get into all that. But I want to get this popcorn issue out the way. I don't condone it. The dude is now banned from the Wells Fargo. He's banned. He'll never be back there for a basketball game, a Flyers game, a concert. He's not allowed back in the Wells Fargo. But stop acting like all Philly fans are bad, and stop acting like it was anywhere as bad as Madison Square Garden. Do try to spit on Trae Young. So why is this popcorn thing getting way more attention like somebody died over spitting on a man? Really though? I just don't understand that. Again, I don't condone the nonsense. Give him some booze, give him some FUs, all that good stuff, but not actually trying to do something, because like Russell Westbrook said, you wouldn't do that in the streets. It's as simple as plain. But let's get back to some basketball, because that's what we're here to talk about. Ben Simmons had a heck of a game. 22, 9, and 8. And I love it. And he didn't play the fourth quarter or he would have got the triple-double. Shout out to the people who picked triple-double in my what's most likely going to happen community post vote system thing. I don't even know what it's called, but a lot of people picked the Ben Simmons triple-double, and he was on his way. He started early, aggressive on the boards, aggressive down low. That's what I'm talking about. Russell Westbrook is a nice player, but when Ben Simmons has him that deep in the post, don't look to pass. Go do what you got to do. David Bertans, do what you got to do. In transition against Ish Smith, do what you got to do. Simple and plain. Now, I like the little jump shot you added, but I'm not even stressing that. And Doc Rivers did run some sets, keeping Joel Embiid outside, on the wing, at the 3, because the double team wasn't just coming when Embiid got the ball. The double team came when Embiid post up to get the ball. So he's calling for the ball and the double team's over there, which really left Seth Curry, Danny Green, the shooters wide open, and the lane was open because we kept Embiid around the three-point line, and it kind of worked in the sense he shot 4 threes and made 3 of them. So I can't be mad there. Now, there's going to be games where we need Embiid to bang down low, and we're going to have to play it by game, by situation. But Scott Brooks came out with the adjustment to double team Embiid early. He wasn't that big of a deal in the first game, in the first half, because of foul trouble, but Scott Brooks saw him come in and drop 21 in the second half and tried to stop it, and Ben Simmons picked his poison. Listen, I understand that he brings the most value to this team, playing defense, in transition, and definitely facilitating the ball, grabbing rebounds, all the extra stuff besides scoring, but it's about picking your poison. You know, Tobias Harris gets a little ankle injury. Seth Curry, ankle injury, which we got to talk about this health. We definitely got to talk about the health. But they're sending the double teams to Joel Embiid. Guys are missing some threes at times. We shot pretty good this game, but the defense really won us the game. I mean, we're going to get to the defense. I still want to stick with Ben Simmons for a little bit longer. He just did what he needed to do. He attacked. He attacked and got 20 points easily. Now, in his post-game comments, I heard Ramadi ask him, did you turn on the offensive side of your game because you heard the fans really coming at you? And he said, no, I did what I needed to do to get the win. They needed me to score. I turned on some scoring. What do you want me to do? Score 20 every game? I want to win. And I think he was giving some shade to Russell because Russell Westbrook can get you 20. He can get you 20-point triple doubles and lose. Ben Simmons like, I'm not about to sacrifice a W for me to get my stats up and y'all can tweet me doing good. I want to win and I can see it in him. So I'm going to take his word for it and I'm going to let him rock out. I just don't want no lackluster attempts. Like I'm saying, it's all about context for me. I'm okay with a 12-point game, a 14-point game, and a 9-point game if he picked his spots when the team needed him. If he has 9 points and Joel got 44, it's cool. Joel's cooking or Busy Bias is cooking. It's cool. It's when they're not cooking or the shots that you're facilitating ain't going down that you say, hey, who's guarding me again? A 6'4" guy? Let me get it. But Ben Simmons being aggressive, having his comments come out saying that it's all about winning, I can't be mad. Now, the Sixers showed their dominance just with all three of the guys on the thumbnail in the back behind me. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and Tobias Harris all had 20 except for Tobias, who went out a little bit with an ankle injury. I was nervous, but luckily he came in, got buckets real quick. But the story of this game and the story of this series, which is going to result in a sweep, is the defense. I mean, we had 14 total blocks. The Wizards only had 2 blocks. 2 blocks. Like, we're going to outpower them, outrun them, outshoot them, out-finesse them, out-physical them. Like, we have everything. They do got a guy in Bradley Beal who can make any shot on the court. I understand that. But besides that, they can't hang with us. And when Ben Simmons doesn't get switched off of Bradley Beal, he does a tremendous job. Russell Westbrook shot 2 for 10 against the like of Matisse and Ben Simmons. And when I talk defense, I cannot leave out Matisse Thybulle. This kid had 4 steals, 5 blocks. There's only been a handful of people who have done that. That's the Scottie Pippens, the Hakeem Olajuwons, the Kawhi Leonards, the Draymond Greens, like the Ben Wallaces. These are great defenders in a 1-year sample or multiple year sample. But they do that with 35 plus minutes. This kid came in for 20 minutes. 20 minutes and had a stat line on defense that people have after playing double overtimes. Like, this kid is just different. If he can just get his offensive game to be better, this kid is going to be not just a defensive guru. He's going to be a special piece. And I'm glad we got him in a trade with guess who? The Celtics. Ha! Thank you once again. Now, I do want to talk Doc Rivers and what he's going to be able to do to finish his sweep, because the Sixers are a team that do play different on the road. That's why it was so critical for us to get the number 1 seed. On the road, we can sometimes play down to our competition, play a little lackluster on offense and defense. And so I want to see what he does to switch it up. When we are playing some of them zone looks, not really zone looks, but dropping off of Russell Westbrook and kind of shadowing Bradley Beal, we were frustrating that whole team. So the defensive looks, we got to give the Washington Wizards to close us out at home, on the road, is the same we did in game 1 and 2. A little different. Game 2, let's not forget, we closed out on the shooters. Davis Bertans fouled out the game, had a goose egg. Couldn't make a three. Bradley Beal did do what he needed to do, but again, if you throw an extra guy there and make Russell Westbrook beat you by shooting the mid-range jumper, shooting the three, the Washington Wizards can't do nothing. And like I was listening to 97.5, The Fanatic, they're right. If Russell and Beal combine for 75 points or 65, 70 points in an all-star game, they're not going to get much from a guy like Hachimura, David Bertans, Ish Smith, who actually I do like. Don't get me wrong. I wish he was on our bench because right now there's one person who's just ruining everything. And I actually don't want to see him. He's starting to get in that category that I don't want to see him no more because it's just frustrating to watch. And that is Shake Milton. Like, come on, bro. You can't be that lackluster in a playoff game. You got Tyrese Maxey playing in pretty much garbage minutes, but he's putting it in. He's putting in the work. Shake Milton in real time and garbage time just look straight basuda. Garbage. I think this team is going to sweep them. That's why you see the background. And shout out to the Knicks fans because they're asking for us. First of all, the Knicks gotta beat the Hawks. They gotta beat the Hawks before they can really see us in the Wells Fargo or let us come to Madison Square Garden where I dare you to spit on one of my players. You will be in big trouble. But they win a playoff game. The series tied 1-1, and they're shouting, "We want the Sixers. We want the Sixers." Do you really? The Clippers wanted the Mavericks, and now they find themselves down 0-2. Stop it. Stop it. Be careful what you wish for. But this team, with these three players, have the ability to win different ways. We could win a shootout because we got Tobias, we got Joel, Ben being aggressive, and we got snipers. We can win a defensive battle because Tobias can guard a lot of positions. Ben 1-5. Joel Embiid down low protects the paint. Matisse Thybulle coming in and just being, as Doc Rivers said, Matisse Thybulle on the defensive end is like Lou Williams for me when I was a Clippers coach on the offensive end. You need a defensive stop or you need a spark on defense off the bench, throw Matisse Thybulle in the same way he threw in the sixth man of the year for multiple years. Lou will come in, instant offense, instant defense, shutdown. And if you remember that block that Matisse Thybulle did against Hachimura, that is just downright demoralizing. To hit him with the step back, think you're going to get the shot and he just palm it? Yo, that's bad. That is bad. I don't care what anybody says. But this team can win a shootout. This team can win a defensive battle. This team can win down low, outside. When your center's going 3 or 4 from the three-point line, you can do that stuff. So I like how Doc has his team. We can play man. We can play zone. We can win inside, outside, slow, fast, strong. You name it, we can play it. And that's why I do not want to throw no shade to the Brooklyn Nets because that team is good. Milwaukee's playing good basketball as well. But you got to stop counting out the Sixers. I ain't never say that the Sixers are going to just walk past either the Milwaukee Bucks or the Boston Celtics or the Brooklyn Nets. I didn't say that. But what I will say is they got to stop sleeping on us too. Simple and plain. With all that being said, let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. Will the Sixers sweep the Wizards? How far will the second round go? And last but not least, how do you feel about the popcorn gate? You know what I mean? Like the popcorn gate. For real, for real. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out. Peace.